So welcome back to some more Pokemon SoulSilver, where last time we were fast-traveled over to the Sinjo ruins thanks to Arceus, and gave birth to a renegade as a result. And this time, we are pretty much at the end of things. I came over to Cherry Grove City real quick because I, for some reason, forgot about this rock climb spot that I meant to come back here a long time ago for. It's just for a nugget, but still. There's also another thing that I completely just glossed over and I want to actually show off, so I'm going to go over to Mount Silver. This episode, as I mentioned last episode, is going to be talking about the Pokéwalker. Simply because, I want to dedicate an entire video just to the Pokéwalker because it was that cool. You might be wondering why I'm going to Mount Silver. It's so I can get an encounter. The reason I'm coming back to Mount Silver is because one of you guys in the comments, "Hi, Quagsire, how are you doing?" One of you guys in the comments mentioned something about some missing items that I forgot to grab. And not really forgot, more or less I just had no idea. It's in the Moltres room, but anyways, as we're heading over there, they're not really that important items, but I do want to show them off. I want to talk more about the Pokéwalker. The Pokéwalker was really cool. It essentially was a pedometer and a virtual pet game in one, which was really cool at the time. So, for more specifics, this is the wrong cave. For more specifics, the Pokéwalker would allow you to put Pokemon into itself via infrared connection, and walking around in the real world will allow you to gain XP for the Pokemon you put in. Every 20 steps earned you a Watt as well, which were used to buy items and unlock other areas in the Pokéwalker. Think of it kind of like the Street Pass thing at the time. It's a bit different than Street Pass, but it was pretty much a precursor to what Street Pass eventually became. There was also many options that enhanced the Pokéwalker, including the Pokéradar, which allowed you to find more Pokemon, and the dowsing machine to find certain items within the Pokéwalker itself. The Pokéwalker had a lot of things going. It was basically another game in one. Anyways, well, I was trying to remember in here. Yeah, there's hidden items up against the walls here. One's a Hyper Potion. I believe the other one is an Ultra Ball. I'm just surprised I never knew about this. I don't know, I feel like an idiot for not ever even checking these corners, but I digress. The main appeal of the Pokéwalker was the ability to find normally unobtainable Pokemon from the cartridge. Some Pokemon are just easier ways of getting rare Pokemon early, like Kangaskhan and Wobbuffet, but there are a ton of Pokemon that are just straight up unobtainable without the Pokéwalker, besides trading from older games. This includes a lot of Gen 3 and 4 Pokemon that are only found in their associated regional areas. For example, Pokemon like Magby, Elekid, and Smoochum are just obtainable without regional areas. So, it's kind of a lot harder to get those Pokemon in the main games. For Hoenn Pokemon, a lot of the easy Pokemon to get were Skitty, Azurill, Wailmer, Carvanha, Meditite, Castform, Kecleon, Tropius, Feebas, Sableye, Duskull, and weirdly Torchic. And a bit more is with Torchic, though. I'm counting it since you can get it from Steven, but those are only found through the Pokéwalker itself. As for Sinnoh Pokemon, Mime Jr., Badoo, Snorunt, Snover, Bronzor, Bonsly, Chingling, Finneon, Shellos, Pachirisu, Munchlax, Spiritomb, Chatot, Krogunk, and Happiny are also only found in the Pokéwalker. Lots of pretty rare ones there, especially Munchlax, although it's kind of pointless since you could just breed Snorlax, but even Spiritomb. Spiritomb is very sought after. And as with the Pokéwalker, there's another additional quality of it, and we saw this all the way back in Viridian City, where if you fight other people using the Pokéwalker, aka them using their own Pokemon in the Pokéwalker, and then you just fight their teams, you can recreate those fights in the little battle area in Viridian City and get 1 PP every day for that. As for events for this thing, there are a lot of unused events that unlock areas for rare Pokemon such as Beldum and Torchic. Unfortunately, it is extremely difficult to find Pokéwalkers nowadays, let alone obtaining the events, since many of them were not distributed. One of the events that I'll mention is Yellow Forest, where you can find Pikachus, and this is a really strange one because after 10,000 or more steps, you can actually start finding Pikachus with Fly and one with Surf, making it the only obtainable way to get this without events. Along with this, after 5,000 steps, you can find a low-level Pikachu with Volt Tackle, because why not? The only area that didn't rely on events was Beyond the Sea, and this one's kinda loaded. This one required doing an international trade on the GTS. Good luck on that! Yeesh. Thankfully, fan-made servers are still there, so you could technically get this if you still have your Pokéwalker, but thankfully, there's nothing of value in that event area of Beyond the Sea. There's really nothing there. Another weird unlock was Night Sky's Edge, which required trading a Jirachi to Heart Gold and SoulSilver, either that or just getting it through events. Again, nothing really of value there, but I guess there's a bunch of selling items and Psychic TMs, which is, I guess, sought after. So, due to how obscure the Pokéwalker is, and how rare it is, there's no bios for any of the Pokemon you can catch in the Pokéwalker. Simply just because, again, there's no easy way of getting a Pokéwalker nowadays, and along with that, a lot of the coveted Pokemon like Torchic and Beldum rely on unused events entirely that just were never available legitimately in the West, which is really unfortunate. If I could talk anything more about the Pokéwalker, it's that, for trivial stuff, funny enough, it was the most accurate pedometer of its time, beating out legitimate pedometers. This was found in a study at an Iowa State University study, and they determined that the Pokéwalker is the most accurate pedometer of its time, which is really funny. As for all of that, I know I said I just wanted to talk about the Pokéwalker, but honestly there really wasn't much to say about it. It's a cool little device, but yeah, again, it's really hard to get any of them. It's hard to get a Pokéwalker nowadays, so it's really unfortunate. Hey, if they ever remake the Gen 2 games, I kind of hope that the Switch becomes its own Pokéwalker in that fact. One last thing I want to talk about before we end things off, and yeah, I know, a bit early on the episode, but it's kind of a strange one. I don't need to teleport for this, what am I doing? So, what the hell? You know what, I skipped you out last time, Gavin, what do you want? You want a battle. Okay, cool. So, one of the very weird and cryptic things in this game relies on talking to your Pokemon. Ooh, this might be one of them. Okay, you were happy for me to take it. Snaggy Pebble. Okay, well that's one of the obscure things I wanted to talk about. Talking to your Pokemon can randomly net you some fashion items. It's completely random, and there are guides of what items drop in what areas, and if your Pokemon will let you get it. But this one I'm more talking about something called the Shiny Leaf. This is a very obscure and cryptic item that does not require you to beat the game whatsoever. Depending on the nature of your Pokemon and the route that you are in, you have a chance of your Pokemon in the lead to give you a Shiny Leaf. If you get 5 of them, you will get a reward, and the chances of finding one decreases after each one found. So, in the description below is going to be a guide to each of those locations. Because again, it's dependent on nature, and it's dependent on where you are. So for example, where are you, Felix? You are timid. So for me, the earliest route would be Route 10. Okay, that's kind of weird. Where is Route 10, actually? That's 6, 17, 8, 12. Oh, it's over there. Ew. Alright. Well, let's head over to Route 10 and see if we... Actually, is there a better area? Route 25. I could probably get to Route... Actually, no. Route 25 is over here. Yeah, it's like way over there. Is there any in Johto? Okay, Route 38. Let's try that. There we go. I'm gonna meet you guys over in Route 38. So as I said, getting a shiny leaf is pretty rare. And it completely relies... scold it? No! Why would I scold it? It's funny to keep poking at you. It's completely random if it shows up for you to get the item. Is this it? I mean, you're happy for me to take it. Red feather. So yeah, it's completely random if your Pokemon's holding it, and it's random if they even want to give it to you, because sometimes they get pissed off and don't want to give you the item. So, if you somehow get all 5 of these shiny leaves, this is, yeah, again, very obscure. You are really not wanting to give me anything, Felix, huh? If you find 5, you can give all 5 of them over to Lyra, or Ethan, depending on who you're playing as, and they will give you a thing called the Leaf Crown, which becomes a mark on your Pokemon and adds an extra star to your Pokemon Trainer card. Does it do anything that helps you? No. It does nothing besides just upgrade your trainer card, which, yeah, we didn't really check, but it is blue now. It became blue ever since we beat the Elite Four, so there is that. Alright, couple more chances, Felix, to show me if you gave me the shiny leaf. I've never actually done this before. I don't know if I need to, like, walk around or something, but you are absent-minded and then happy, apparently. And you love me, apparently. I mean, I love you too, but I kind of wanted you to see if you will give me a shiny leaf. Please. Again, I've never done this. I've never actually gotten a shiny leaf, so I kind of want one, because it'd be kind of funny. You're doing the same things over and over again. One more time? Okay, one more time after the one more time. Yeah, you're just doing the same things over and over again. As I said, it's completely random, and the only thing you get is an upgrade star to your trainer card. That is all you ever get for that. There's no point of ever doing it, unless if you care about that. But, yeah, I figured to add it alongside the Pokéwalker thing, because there was really no other good place to add it, so... Last thing before we end things off is something I just... Okay, where's the friggin... The Pokemart always confuses the hell out of me in this area. It's to the right of the Pokemon Center, right? Yeah, it's over here. Okay. I don't think I ever sold any of the nuggets and stuff that I gained throughout the journey before... Well, besides before the Elite Four, hello. Yeah, a lot of the stuff I've had because of Kanto. So, I want to see how much money I'm going to have from this. We started out at like 120-something thousand, so we're already at 150,000. Do not sell the leftovers. I do not want to do that. Let's sell this the star pieces, not heart pieces. What is this, Zelda? Stardust. Man, we're gonna be at 200,000. That's gonna be insane. Definitely do not get rid of the life orb because that thing's really nice. I don't think you can sell Soul Dew. Why can you sell this? And it's only $100. No. I forgot to mention, but you do get the Soul Dew for doing the Enigma Stone quest, so there is that. And I guess there's... Man, I guess there wasn't much. Really? I thought I had a lot more than that. I thought I had some big nuggets and random stuff, but I guess not. I mean, I know I could have sold, like, a lot of the... Was it the EV boosting items? Like, yeah, I have a bunch of these, but... How much does a Secret Ash sell? 100! You suck. But yeah, I'm gonna hold on to those. There's really no point of me holding on to them, but... I don't know. Posterity's sake. That's what I'm gonna blame it as, is posterity's sake. So, before we end things off, I know I keep saying this, but... One thing I want to mention with the Arceus event that I want to clarify on, I meant to do this at the beginning of the episode, but I forgot to do it. You cannot do the same event with the same Arceus. There was 2 event Arceuses that would have worked. The event Arceus that we used for that was the Toys R Us event for that one. That's why they had the original trainer as TRU. That was for Toys R Us. The other one would have been the Hall of Origin Arceus from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. If you bring each of those in, you'll be able to get a Dialga Palkia, Dialga Giratina, or a Palkia and a Giratina. You could do the event twice. No more than that, though, and that's only if you have those 2 specific Arceuses. So, there is that as well. So, that's pretty much it. The only thing we have to cover now is a bunch of trivial things and ending off the series for good. So, this is your final day for getting every single nickname left for the journey. There's still quite a lot of Pokemon, at least at the time of this recording, that are not nicknamed. So, if you want your nicknames in, get them in before the day after this video hits, because otherwise, that's going to be it. And I'll probably give those Pokemon nicknames of my own. So, just keep that in mind. And tomorrow's next episode is the final episode. So, next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we're ending things off. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.